Let's be honest for a second. You're staring at your phone, screen lit up, rereading the last text you sent. No reply. It's been hours, maybe days, and you're replaying every moment of your last date, every conversation. You were the nice guy. You agreed with everything she said. You showered her with attention. You put her on a pedestal. And now you're feeling the sting of being left on red. You're in the friend zone, or worse, you've been ghosted. The attraction you felt, that spark that was so real in the beginning, has just vanished. And you're left with this gut-wrenching confusion, wondering, what did I do wrong? You did exactly what you thought was right. But the hard truth is, the very things you've been taught will build attraction are the exact things that are killing a woman's respect for you, and therefore, her desire. This video isn't about learning manipulative tricks or pickup lines. This is about a fundamental paradigm shift in how you see yourself, your value, and your own actions. This is about discovering the self-respect that underpins all healthy magnetic attraction. By the end of this video, you won't just learn what not to do. You'll understand the core psychology of attraction so deeply that you'll never see your own behavior the same way again. And pay close attention, because the fifth and final mistake is the most insidious. It's the one that smart, successful, kind-hearted men fall for over and over again, and it absolutely guarantees that she will lose interest. This is the mistake that turns a potential lover into just a friend or a stranger. So stay locked in, because understanding this will change everything. 1. The too nice charade. This is the silent killer of attraction, the foundation of the nice guy problem. And on the surface, it sounds completely insane. Isn't being nice a good thing? Yes, genuine kindness is a virtue, but there's a universe of difference between a kind man and a too nice man. One acts from a place of self-respect, the other acts from a place of self-sacrifice, hoping to be rewarded for it. Think about Mark. Mark meets Sarah and he's instantly captivated. He believes he's found the perfect woman, so he deploys his strategy, total, unwavering niceness. Sarah mentions she loves a certain band, so Mark spends the weekend listening to their entire discography, pretending he's a lifelong fan. She says she's into hiking. Mark, who despises the outdoors, buys a new pair of boots and suggests they go on a trail he knows she'll love. He cancels his plans with his friends twice because she texts him last minute. He avoids any form of disagreement, thinking that perfect harmony is the same as attraction. In his mind, he's thinking, if I'm always agreeable, if I'm a perfect mirror of her, if I cause zero friction, she'll see what a great guy I am and choose me. But here's the hard truth. Mark isn't being nice out of pure kindness. He's being nice as a transaction. He's making deposits of agreeableness and expecting to be paid back with her affection and desire. And women feel this. They feel the unspoken expectation behind the niceness, and it feels manipulative and weak. A woman cannot desire a man she does not respect, and she cannot respect a man who doesn't respect himself. Constant agreeableness isn't kindness, it's the absence of a backbone. She can't connect with the real you if you're just a chameleon, changing your colors to match her every whim. For a moment, it might be flattering, but it quickly becomes a burden. She isn't looking for a follower or a fan, she's looking for a partner, a man who has his own life, his own thoughts, his own direction. When you're too nice, you become predictable, and predictable is the opposite of exciting. The solution isn't to become a jerk. It's to embody being a kind man who stands for something, starting with yourself. It's about having boundaries. Instead of asking, so what do you want to do tonight? You lead with a plan. I'm in the mood for Italian. Let's hit that new spot on Main Street at 8. You provide a solid plan she can either accept or counteroffer. You don't offer her a void to fill. If she wants to do something you genuinely don't enjoy, you don't just plaster on a smile and suffer through it. You say, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of horror movies. How about we check out that new action film instead? This demonstrates you have your own preferences, but you're still eager to find a solution together. You have to be willing to risk losing her approval in the short term to maintain your self-respect in the long term. Paradoxically, when she sees that your world keeps spinning, with or without her validation, you become infinitely more attractive. She sees a man with a spine, That is a man she can respect, and that is the man she can desire. If this is resonating with you, take a moment to comment below with self-respect as an affirmation of this principle. And if you want to be part of a community of men dedicated to this kind of authentic growth, hit that subscribe button and join us. Let's continue. 2. Trying to buy her affection. The second major trap men fall into is trying to use money as a shortcut to a woman's heart. This often comes from a place of deep insecurity. The man might think, I'm not tall enough, I'm not handsome enough, or I'm not interesting enough, so I need to compensate. He decides to let his wallet do the talking for him. Let me tell you about David. David is a successful guy, but he's a bit older than the woman he's interested in, and he feels insecure about it. On their first date, he doesn't pick a cool, casual lounge for a drink. He books a table at the most expensive 5-star restaurant in town. Before the appetizers even arrive, he's talking about his portfolio, his car, and his vacation home. After a couple of dates, he buys her a designer handbag she casually mentioned she liked. In his mind, he's being generous. He's showing he can provide and that he's a man of means. But here's how she sees it. First, he's implicitly telling her, my personality isn't enough to hold your attention, so here is my money instead. He's immediately putting himself in a position of qualifying for her, instead of creating a space where they are mutually discovering if they are a good fit for each other. It shifts the entire dynamic. Second, it feels transactional and frankly a bit insulting. Healthy, high-value women are not for sale. When a man throws money and gifts at a woman he barely knows, it can feel like he's trying to bribe her for her time and affection. It removes all the romance and reduces the interaction to a business deal. Third, you're not building genuine attraction. You're building an expectation of provision. She might come to love the lifestyle you offer, but that has nothing to do with loving you. You become the source of things, not the object of her genuine desire. And ask yourself this: what happens when a man with a bigger wallet comes along? If the entire foundation of your connection is built on money, it will inevitably collapse. The solution isn't to be cheap. It's about proper timing and powerful intent. In the early stages, your presence should be the main event. Your confidence, your humor, your ambition, the way you make her feel. That is the currency of attraction. Choose a first date location that facilitates connection, not distraction. A quiet lounge, a walk in the park, a coffee shop. The focus must be on the conversation and the vibe between you. This demonstrates that you are confident in your own character, not your bank account. Save the grand, generous gestures for a woman who has earned them, a woman who is already invested in you, who appreciates you for who you are. Generosity should be a celebration of an existing bond, not a down payment to create one. Let your presence be the flex. Anything else is just noise. Have you ever seen someone try to buy affection, or have you done it yourself? Share your story in the comments below. Let's talk about it. 3. Unloading your emotional baggage too soon. This is a trap that many modern, emotionally intelligent men fall into. You've heard that vulnerability is a strength, and it is. But you misunderstand what that means and try to fast-track intimacy by unloading your deepest insecurities, past traumas, or intense feelings of love way too early. Imagine Alex. Alex has a fantastic first date with Emily. The chemistry is there, the conversation flows. He feels a powerful connection. Believing that radical honesty is the key, he decides to get vulnerable on the second date. He tells her all about his painful childhood, his deep-seated anxieties about his career, and his fears of not being good enough. He's looking for her to comfort him, to say, "It's okay, I'm here for you." He thinks he's building an unbreakable bridge of trust, but instead, he's killing the attraction stone dead. This isn't vulnerability. It's called emotional dumping. Premature vulnerability is a massive turnoff. In the early stages of dating, a woman is looking for a man who feels like a rock, a source of strength and stability. When you dump a truckload of your unresolved emotional baggage on her, you don't look deep and sensitive. You look unstable. You look needy. You are subconsciously asking her to be your therapist, not your romantic partner, and that is a role she never signed up for. Pity is the absolute enemy of desire. She might feel sorry for you, but she will not feel attracted to you. And when a man says, "I love you," after just a few weeks, it doesn't sound romantic. It sounds desperate and detached from reality. How can you love her? You don't even truly know her yet. It signals that your feelings are based on a fantasy of who she is, not the reality. It kills all the mystery and puts immense pressure on her. Attraction needs space and time to breathe and grow. You cannot force it with premature, intense confessions. The solution is not to become an emotionless robot. It's about calibration and earning the right to be vulnerable. Think of it as a dance of give and take. In the beginning, keep the vibe light, fun, and positive. Share your passions, not your deepest insecurities. Talk about the business you're excited to build, the skill you're learning, the trip you're planning. A man with a vision and a purpose is incredibly attractive. True vulnerability is earned step by step. You share a small, resolved challenge and see if she reciprocates. You reveal a minor imperfection and she shares one back. That is how real trust and intimacy are built, gradually, over time. First, let her see and feel the strength of the mountain. Then, and only then, you can invite her to explore the hidden caves. What do you think is the biggest mistake men make when it comes to showing vulnerability? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. 4. Constantly seeking her approval and permission. This mistake is subtle, but it is pure poison to masculine energy and attraction. It's the habit of constantly looking to her for validation, seeking her approval, or asking for her permission. This man thinks he's being polite and considerate. If I check with her on everything, he thinks, it shows how much I respect her opinion. So he finds himself constantly auditioning for the role of boyfriend. After a date, he sends the dreaded text, "Did you have a good time? I hope I wasn't too awkward." He asks for permission for everything. "Is it okay if I call you tomorrow?" Or the classic, "Can I kiss you?" His own confidence and mood become entirely dependent on her mood and her responses. He has unknowingly made her the gatekeeper of his self-worth. Brother, this behavior completely destroys your masculine presence. A core attractive quality in a man is leadership and decisiveness. She does not want to be your mother or your manager. When you're constantly asking, "Is it okay if I?" You're not being respectful. You're communicating a deep fear of taking the lead. It forces her into the masculine decision-making role, which is exhausting for her. A woman can't relax and enjoy the journey if she feels like she has to approve every single turn you make. Where most men get this wrong is confusing this behavior with consent and respect. Being respectful of her boundaries is non-negotiable. But seeking her permission for every move is not respect, it is insecurity. A confident man assumes he brings value to the table, he leads with his intentions, and he is calibrated enough to read her signals and adjust accordingly. He doesn't need to constantly ask if he's doing a good job because his confidence comes from within. The solution is to operate from a place of quiet confidence. Assume she's interested, assume she wants you to lead. Instead of texting, "Did you have fun?" After a great date, you text her later that night or the next day and say, "I had an amazing time with you tonight. Let's do it again soon." The first is a question that begs for her validation. The second is a confident statement of your intent. It leads. Instead of nervously asking, "Can I kiss you?" and putting all the pressure on her to say yes or no, you learn to read the moment. You create the vibe, you build the tension, and when her body language is telling you the time is right, you confidently and gently lead the interaction to that point. Stop seeking her permission to be a man. Don't ask if you can call her. Tell her you will. "I'll give you a call tomorrow afternoon to plan something." It's declarative, it's confident, it shows leadership. When you stop auditioning for her approval, you finally start earning her respect. This is a simple but powerful one. To lock it in, comment "I lead" down below. 5. Giving away your power and making her your world. We've arrived at the final and most destructive mistake. This is the ultimate act of self-abandonment, and it is the fastest known way to kill attraction, making her your entire world. This is the happy wife, happy life mindset, tragically misapplied to the dating phase. This man believes that sacrificing his own life, his own goals, and his own identity at the altar of her happiness is the ultimate proof of his love. The moment she calls, he cancels his plans with friends. He starts skipping his gym sessions, the very discipline that built his confidence. He lets his personal projects and goals gather dust because all of his free time is now reserved for her. He has given her 100% of the power in the relationship, believing this grand sacrifice makes him the perfect boyfriend. But this is the deadliest trap of all. A woman does not want to be a man's purpose. She wants to join a man who already has a purpose. When you make her your entire world, you are communicating one terrifying thing: you have no world of your own. This puts an unbearable amount of pressure on her to be your sole source of happiness, fulfillment, and identity. It's a burden no woman wants to carry. She will inevitably lose respect for you. The interesting, ambitious, challenging man she was initially drawn to, the man with a full life, hobbies, and a mission, has slowly disappeared. In his place is a man who has become a doormat. She can't look up to a man who is lying at her feet. You become predictable, boring, and worst of all, weak in her eyes. A man's mission, his drive, his purpose in life, this is the bedrock of his masculine energy. When he abandons his mission for a woman, he abandons the very essence of what made him attractive to her in the first place. The solution is ironclad. Your mission must always come first. Your career, your business, your art, your self-improvement, that is your North Star. A healthy, amazing woman is meant to be a powerful complement to your journey, not the journey itself. This means you must learn to say no sometimes, not to be difficult, but to honor your own priorities. If she asks to see you on a night you've dedicated to your work or a hobby, you don't immediately fold. You say, "I'd love to see you, but Tuesdays are my project night. I'm completely free on Wednesday though. How about we do something then?" This isn't a rejection of her. It's an affirmation of yourself. It signals that your time is valuable, which in turn makes you more valuable in her eyes. Maintain your own life. Keep your friends. Stay committed to your workouts. Never give up on your purpose. Your strength and your boundaries are not a threat to the relationship. They are a gift to her. They create a sense of safety and security for her to relax into her feminine energy. When she knows you have a backbone, she can respect you. When she knows you won't crumble without her, she can trust you. And when she can respect and trust you, the attraction will remain powerful and alive. Has this ever happened to you where you lost yourself in a relationship? Share your story in the comments. This is a safe space to learn from each other. And if you're ready to stop making these mistakes and become a man grounded in his purpose, make sure you subscribe and join a community of men who are on the same path. So, let's bring it all together. 1. Being too nice, which is just a mask for a lack of self-respect. 2. Trying to buy her love, which signals deep insecurity and makes a romance feel like a transaction. 3. Sharing deep vulnerabilities way too early, which makes you her project, not her partner. 4. Constantly seeking her approval, which forces her to lead and kills her attraction for you. And 5. Giving away your power by making her your entire world, erasing your own purpose and identity. The common thread running through all of these mistakes is seeking validation from the outside. It's looking to her to tell you that you are good enough, strong enough, and worthy enough. The paradigm shift occurs when you stop looking outward and start looking inward. It's about grounding yourself so deeply in your own value that her opinion of you is a wonderful bonus, not a desperate necessity. This isn't about playing games or adopting a bad boy persona. It's about becoming an authentic, self-respecting man. A man who is kind but not weak, generous but not a supplicant. A man who builds a life he is proud of and then confidently invites a woman to be a part of it, not to become all of it. Lead your own life with unshakable strength and a clear sense of purpose. When you do, the right woman won't just respect you for it. She will be irresistibly, magnetically attracted to it.